delivery document is customized based on based on delivery header data, delivery line item data, delivery header data, delivery line item data. See, this is the one. As a consultant, as a SD consultant, to customize the delivery document, the structure of delivery document is delivery header data, delivery line item data. Delivery header data is controlled by LF. That screen you should know thoroughly. That is a standard SAP standard. You have to do copy as. Then delivery line item data is controlled by delivery item category TAN. Same sales item category in the sales order. Same in the delivery is the delivery item category. So that screen also is important. Minimum 5 question, maximum 6 question. So that is why that screens and fields read thoroughly, especially delivery item category. Okay. Next, delivery document types. LF with regard to the sales order. LR is return delivery. So delivery always with regard to the sales order. You can't do delivery directly. You have to create an order then delivery. And delivery needs shipping point. Delivery needs sales order reference number. And delivery needs sales order schedule and delivery date. That is a date given by the customer. So these are all you have to keep it in the picture, keep it in the mind, and then you have to do the the delivery document customization. So next, we are going to do the shipment scheduling. I think you have finished that. So any material has to ship means there will be a proper terms and condition. Material out date. Material should be available on the date to do the shipment. How the material is available? Availability check. Availability check means MMB. Pick pack date and loading date is coming from shipping point. Goods date means PGA date is coming from sales order schedule line delivery date. And after that, if you do PGA, it is called goods in transit. Goods in transit till it reaches to the customer place. When it reaches to the customer place means there is as far as set date material is reached, that is coming from PO. So there are two types. One is a forward shipment scheduling and the backward shipment scheduling. So forward shipment scheduling means some customers are there. They won't give date. No problem. Whenever you want, you can supply. So that time it is a forward shipment scheduling. The customer insists the date. I want in the PO what I have given date. On that day only I want material. Otherwise, we are going to the other customer. So that means he is very strict. So that time, how you are going to do? So you have to do the backward shipment scheduling. So when you want the material, so 6th January you want material. 6th January you want material means, so imagine he's in Delhi. So from Bangalore to Delhi, it has to reach by truck is 2 days. So before 2 days, you have to do PGI. Then before that, you have to do loading. Before that, you do pick and pack. Before that, you do the metal available date. Metal should be available. So this is called backward shipment scheduling. The customer gives the date. You have to go backward means not physically backward. The dates should be go backward. Okay, that is the one. Okay, this is the shipment scheduling. So where we can see the shipment scheduling seen in the sales order schedule line shipping tab. So this they'll expect sales order schedule line shipping tab. So there only you can see the shipment scheduling. So that if you know, more than enough. Okay. And here if the backward scheduling fails, forward scheduling will happen. That means system will generate one more date and it will give that date will come in the sales order second schedule line. So when backward scheduling fails means here you can expect two schedule lines. If the backward scheduling is not fail successful means only one schedule line. The backward scheduling fails means second line will give the proper the date and the confirmed quantity. So that is the things you should know. So that is why these are all very, very important. Okay, this you have keep it in mind. So overall, yesterday not come. I think some 2-3 people have not come. So for them, I revised this. So this is called, this is a backward shipment scheduling. Why it is a backward? Because here you will give the date. Today is a 8/11, correct? So suppose here, okay, I'll create one more order. Then only we'll get a clarity. To go to VA01, this is the OR. So in the OR, there are so many controls are there that controls the whole sales order. So here, if you give the PO number, here you have to give the material. and here you give the quantity. When you enter here, this is what we are seeing. When you double click on the material number, if you go to the schedule lines, go to the schedule line, see here 18th is there. How come 18th has come here? Today is 11, 18th. How? Customer has given 7 days time in the purchase order. 11th he has given a purchase order. 18th you want material means 18th the material will be available means you can see the confirmed quantity. So that is backward shipment scheduling. The customer cash sales and rush sales immediate delivery. There is no backward shipment scheduling. Or there is no shipment scheduling at all. So backward scheduling means the customer gives the delivery date. As for the set date, the quantity is available. So that is backward shipment scheduling. And if the backward scheduling fails, your confirmed quantity will become 0. System will generate one more schedule line. The second schedule line will be say 22nd or 23rd. So on that day, quantity confirmed means backward scheduling fails, forward scheduling will happen. That is the meaning. So these things you should know thoroughly. And here the next one is we are going to do the lean warehouse management. So what is lean warehouse management? Lean warehouse management is SDMM integration. That means in the plant, metal is manufactured and declared as a finished goods. It will come and sit in the storage location. In the store location, that much quantity manufactured, declared as a finished goods, that much quantity value should be calculated, maintained. Then only metal is going to sit in the storage location. Once metal is going to sit in the storage location, then only you can deliver the metal to the customer or you deliver the metal to the warehouse. What is warehouse? See, warehouse is a independent body. We call it as a bonded warehouse. As for the Factory Act, any warehouse they want to maintain means it will be 9 to 10 kilometers away from the plant. That is why it is called bonded warehouse. In the warehouse, you can keep the metal in a systematic way. Storage type, in the storage type, storage bin. In the storage bin, there is a rack. In the rack, there is a compartment. Then you keep the material. There is a systematic way of storing the material. That then you can maintain atmosphere control freezing condition that you can't maintain in the storage location. Next, in the warehouse, you can do the mini assembly. You can assemble the product and declare it as finished goods. Some products are disabled, but you have to make a assemble, then it will be finished product. Indirectly, it is a mini plant warehouse that cannot be done in the storage location. Next, in the warehouse, you can generate a bill. In warehouse, you can generate a reports. In the warehouse, you can procure the raw material. Purchase people will be sitting here. They can purchase the raw material for their assembling the product. And warehouse, from the warehouse, you can issue the material. When you are going to issue the material from the warehouse, not from the store location, because customer is near to the warehouse. You want material from warehouse means store location has transferred that order to the warehouse. Then only from the warehouse you can issue the material. That means in between store location and warehouse, there is a transfer of order is there. So now you write heading lean warehouse management, write plant and store location, and here storage transfer of order, then you write warehouse. Okay, please write this, then I'll tell you the next. Otherwise, you want to take the photo, you can take the photo. It's left to you. Okay, once you finished, so just simply write plant, store location, and warehouse. In between the warehouse and the store location, you write transfer of order. That's all. And here from warehouse, you write customer place. That's all. No other things. Okay, and you have to write this also. This is very, very important. Nowadays, they're asking this in the exam as well as interview. Can you tell me the warehouse sales flow? Inquiry, quotation, sales order, delivery. Don't write pick, pack, and all. Delivery, then transfer of order, then PGI. So this then billing, contract, inquiry, quotation, contractual agreement, value contract and quantity contract, then order, delivery, billing, then FI department. Normal sales order, normal sales flow, inquiry, quotation, order, delivery. Don't write that pick, pack, PGI. Delivery means pick, pack, PGI is understood. Then delivery, then billing, then reach to the FI department. Please write this flow also. Otherwise, you take this photo. It's very important. All the things, if you write, it is very good. I'm telling you. If you write, it is very, very good. This is very important. All this 3 sales flow. 3-mark question in the exam. 3 marks.
Done, sir.
Done now? Okay. Now you see, I'll show how this will happen. Warehouse sales flow. This is very important, and 2 questions coming from the exam. So now I'll create. See what is a sales flow, a warehouse, inquiry, quotation, leave it. Directly I'm going to do sales order. So I'll create an order now. Enter. No, before that, see, warehouse is a SDMM integration. 70% MM integration, 70% MM, 30% is SD. Only from that warehouse you are going to deliver the material. That's all. Otherwise, total SD. Otherwise, SD is not much. MM only. So SD integration is SD settings is you have to go to the SPRO. Since material is going to be delivered from the warehouse means you have to define a warehouse in SD. So in the enterprise structure, in the definition, in the logistic execution, you have to define warehouse. Warehouse or warehouse number both are same. So here, if you go here, define warehouse, go to the new entry. So here I'll create GFF. Any code you give. Here I'll give GFF warehouse. Warehouse. Okay. Warehouse. Just save it. So this warehouse, if you assign to the plant and store location, then only it is a lean warehouse. Then only you can deliver the material from the warehouse to the customer place. So that is why in the logistic execution, the warehouse number should be assigned to the plant and store location. So here, if you click here, go to the new entry. So my store location is, sorry, plant is PVD. Next, store location is PVD. Next, the warehouse is GFF. Once you enter this and you save, what will happen? This will become a lean warehouse management. Plant and store location assigned to the warehouse, or warehouse assigned to the plant and store location, then it will become a warehouse management. Then what you have to do? You have to create an order. You have to create an inquiry quotation. Inquiry quotation, leave it, not necessary. You can do yourself. So directly create an order now. So here, customer reference, PO number, here material 1083, give the quantity to, you press enter here, click continue. Here, double click on the material number, go to the condition. Here you have to give the price. So price is PR00. Here you have to give 100. Press enter. Then you go to the schedule line. So the date is 18/11. Then you go to the edit, click incompletion log. In the document complete, you have to save. So once sales order is created here, then you have to do the delivery. So here what will happen? Here only MM setting should happen. That is why we can't show the MM setting. SD setting I'll show you. The SD setting is important. So here you go to VL01N. So here what will happen? If you give the shipping point here, PVD is a shipping point. Next, the date is 18th. The sales order schedule line is 18th. So once you enter here, if you give the storage location, see here you give the picked quantity. Here you will give the storage location PVD, and here you should not give the picked quantity. If you give a picked quantity, it is going to pick from storage location. But this material is from metal has to move from warehouse. It has to do pick and pack PJ from the warehouse. So metal has to move from warehouse means store location has to transfer that transfer the store location has to send on transfer of order. So that is why you have to create a transfer of order. That is called here transfer of order is there. So when you click transfer of order, here one column will come, warehouse. What you assign in the enterprise structure, warehouse will come. The requirement segment will go to the next, delivery account will go to the next. All this one step ahead it will go. Then once warehouse comes here, then you give the picked quantity, then it will happen. You do PJ, then delivery will happen, then billing. So that is why when they're going to create a transfer of order, MM people has to do the warehouse settings. See here we'll create a transfer of order. Here the if you give the warehouse number, plant and all everything, automatically it will one more column will come warehouse. That is MM setting is not done. The moment you click transfer of order, you will get a screen like this. You will get a screen same like this screen will get same screen. But one moment you get create a sales once you get a transfer of order, The moment you click transfer of order, the setting is perfect. Here one column will come and sit. That is warehouse. That warehouse setting is done by people. Once warehouse comes here, then you give the picked quantity, then you do PGI, then billing. This is called warehouse management. So in between, when you're going to pick and pack PGI, transfer of order is must. The transfer of order will be done means when you click means here warehouse will come. That is background. People have to do the warehouse settings. Then when you click transfer of order, automatically warehouse will come and sit here. Then you give the picked quantity, then you do PGI. This is about the warehouse management. 2 questions they will ask in the exam. I think 3 questions. So 3 questions they will ask in the examination. Just see how they will ask. This is the one. This is the one they will ask. They will ask or not. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. A, B, C, D, E. So here 2 answers correct. Your customer want to use warehouse transfer of order for picking when processing the delivery using lean warehouse management. How do you achieve this? First, assign the warehouse number or warehouse to a combination of plant and store location in the organization structure. Just now I shown in enterprise structure, the plant and store location warehouse is assigned. After that, the warehouse should be activated as a lean warehouse management. Means if you assign a warehouse to the plant and store location, it will be activated as a lean warehouse management. So first of all, basic setting is what plant and store location should be assigned to the warehouse in the organization structure. Once you do this, it will become a lean warehouse. How? If the warehouse is assigned to the plant and store location, it will become a lean warehouse. So that is why D for Delhi, E for elephant is correct answer. Okay, this is one question they will come, a 2-mark question. Another is 1-mark question. Both are 1-mark question. That is during output control. I'll tell you one question. See here, there is a transfer of order. What is the purpose of lean warehouse management in SD? Order to cash process. What is the purpose of lean warehouse management in SD? The purpose of lean warehouse management in SD is to create a transfer of order. Once transfer of order is created, pick pack PJ will happen. That is why it is a transfer of order. So transfer of order happens successfully means background 70% of setting should be done neat and clean. So this is about the lean warehouse management. So any doubt, you please ask me now.
No, sir.
No problem. I think these are all you might have finished, no? Correct? Is it finished in your training? They taught or what? Whether he taught or not? All of you. All of you. That your trainer has taught lean warehouse management. It is there in the SD syllabus. Anyone? You should have to speak now. All of you.
Sir, tell about the warehouse management, but lean house management,
You said
warehouse management, just overview.
Overview, not no. 2, 3 questions coming in the exam. Yeah, how overview? Huh? Hmm? See, that is why these are all important topic. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, okay. Next is we are going to do the reports. So after warehouse, you need a report. What is a report? So report is this. After lean warehouse management, the next is delivery list, delivery due list, delivery split, collected. This is very important. Delivery list, delivery due list, delivery split, collective delivery. This when you join any company, they'll ask, sir, I want to. One end user will come and will ask, sir, I want to create a delivery list, but I don't know because I'm newly joined as an end user. So you have to see the delivery. You have to show the delivery list and delivery due list. So some of the deliveries are due to some reason it is due. So that I want to remove that delivery from the due list. How to do? I don't know. Recently, 1 month back, I was joined. My IT head is not at all supporting. My senior super user is not at all supporting. So I requested your team leader. Team leader is helping me. So now, don't worry. Once an SD consultant is there, he'll give the suggestion solutions. So for that, first you should know what is delivery list and what is delivery due list and how to create. Then you can tell. So if you are in support project, I think 10% will be you have to give some training like this. A report, that report is not coming means you have to educate them. You have to train them. First of all, you should know what is delivery list and what is delivery due list. First, I'll tell you delivery list. Delivery list means list of delivery document completed. That means order completed, pick pack PJ is completed. That is why it is called successful delivery. So that they want to take the report, hard copy, a soft copy, they want to send it to their senior who is sitting in Delhi. The Delhi fellow is telling at 3 o'clock, I want all the list of deliveries completed. But he has joined recently. You don't know. So you have to try. That is how delivery list. We'll see. I'll show you. Next, delivery due list. Delivery due list means list of delivery document. It is a list of delivery document is due to some reason it is a due. It is an incomplete. It is an invalid. It is a not correct delivery. How? Sales order is completed. Delivery pick pack is done. PJ is not done. Instead of PJ, you have saved the delivery. Then it is a delivery due list. If you do PGI, it is a successful delivery list. If you don't do PGI, if you save the delivery, then it's a delivery due list. Why you are saving delivery? That and all I'm going to tell. So these two things you write, please. Next, another one is sales order is incomplete. Sales order itself is an incomplete. Then sales order due, delivery due. Okay, please write this. Please write delivery list and delivery due list. Once you finish, you tell me delivery list and delivery due list.
Done, sir.
Done, no? Okay. So what is delivery list? So delivery list is a list of delivery document completed. Sales order is successful, delivery pick pack PJ, everything is successful. That delivery list. So they want to take the delivery list. So how to take? Indirectly, these are all the reports. So how to take the reports? So that is end user needs. So you have to go to the information system. Sales information system, it is called reports. So sales information system, go to SD, it is a logistics, go to sales and distribution. Here you have to go to the delivery list, SD document. Here you have to go to the deliveries. In the deliveries, there is a delivery list. Delivery list means delivery due list. So delivery list. So VL06F, click on this. Here you have to give the sales organization, distribution channel, division, shipping point, and the created by as an end user. You can give that, and of course you have to give sales area. So here it is there. You have to give sales area. Here it is there, sales area. Sales organization, distribution channel, division. You have to give here. See here, material, delivery document number, everything you have to give. Then you just execute. Here this is a list of deliveries completed. These are the delivery list completed. So here you have to go to list and take the print. That's all you have to tell to the end user. You have to tell to the end user, use VL06F, enter, give the parameter, shipping point, plant, and other parameter. So these are all the parameters you have to give. So here you have to give sales organization, distance channel, division, shipping point. Then here created by as in which end user. Here there are so many parameters are there here. The delivery number, material number, all the things you should give, sold party number, everything. Then execute. Once you execute, you'll get a list of delivery document completed. Go to the top menu bar, take a print. Otherwise, you send it to the export it to the Excel sheet or a spreadsheet or local file. This is delivery list. Then what is delivery due list? Why they call it as a delivery due list? See, delivery due list. I told you delivery due list means sales order is completed, delivery pick pack is completed, PGA is not done. Why PGA is not done? It is a management decision. If you do PGI, accounting document will generate, stock reduces, value changes, you have to make a bill. Outstanding will increase. This customer already huge outstanding is there. So management is telling don't give the material to him. If you are already there in the delivery, don't do PGI. Just save the PGI, save the delivery. Then suppose the customer two three check got bounced. Management is telling don't give any material to him. So only one way you have to how. So in the delivery, if you don't do PGI, if you save, it become delivery due list. Once customer give the payment back, then you remove the delivery from the due list. So that's what end user is asking. So end user is telling, so three delivery number, three customers, we have not done PGI. We have saved the delivery because of the outstanding is more and the check got bounced and all. So now they're given the payment and all. Now I want to remove that delivery number from the due list. So then when you remove the delivery number from the due list, then it become a delivery list. After delivery list, what next? You have to do billing. Delivery is successful. So that is why delivery due list. This also People will ask, click on this. So here also, here you have to give all the shipping point. Shipping point, you just, I'll give 1710 is a standard one is there. From there it will going to pick from which date to which date you want. So that also you can give here. Again, sales ordination, decision division, sales office, order number, sold to party, shipped to party, everything you have to give, then execute. Here you see, these are all the delivery document is due. So they will tell the delivery number, go there and remove this tick. When you remove this tick means it is removed from the delivery due list. Then you go to that individual delivery. Here, see, he has not given the picked quantity, not done pack, not done PJ. If the PJ is done, it will become grayed out like this. Why they are not done? Management is told already huge outstanding is there, 5 crores outstanding is there. When you ask material, don't give. If you are already in the delivery, don't do PJ, simply save the delivery. Then it is not, delivery is not completed. It's a delivery due. Now you have to tell to the end user, give the pick pack PJ, then it will become a delivery due list. So for that, how? You have to go to remove this tick mark. When you remove this tick mark, it is removed from the delivery due list. Then you go to that particular individual delivery document number, then you give the pick pack PG, then it will become delivery list. This is delivery due list. This is also company, they will ask, in the end user will ask you people. Okay, this is very, very important. Next, delivery split. See, delivery split, it is only a criteria, indication. When you are going in the two-wheeler or four-wheeler, if you put an indicator left or right, it will show left means left, right means right. In the same way, delivery split indicates what? If the ship to party is different, if the route is different, the delivery date is different, the shipping point is different, if the truck does not have a sufficient space to load the material, customer is order 1,000 kgs, truck accommodate only 900 kgs, remaining 100 kgs you are going to send in another small auto tempo, then it is a delivery split, indicate the delivery split. If the ship to party is different, split. Route is different, split. Delivery date is different, split. Shipping point different, split. This is one criteria. So how it will happen, just see now. I'll show you. When you create a sales order, go to VS01. So here, enter here. So go to schedule lines, go to edit, in completion log. Now document complete. Now I'm going to do the delivery now. /n VL01N. So here you have to give sales order number has come. The sales order delivery number is date is, it is 18th. Okay, 18th, where it is 2019 it is. See here, should go here, the 18th. Okay, 18th/11 is a schedule end date. But here your shipping point is PVD. Is a different shipping point is there. By mistake, if we enter, it will show delivery split because the different shipping point. That's all. It indicates you have to give the proper shipping point. That's what it is indicate. So that is why delivery split is like this. But earlier they used to ask one question from the exam, but now past 7-8 years that question is stopped asking. But I'll show you that question. That is very important question. See, this is the one. This is the one. See the delivery split. What can you identify as the most likely reason for delivery split? That's all. Delivery split happened. What will be the things? Simple. Sales order line item have same route, same shipping point, but different ship to party. Right? Just now you have seen the ship to party is different. If the shipping point is different, if the route is different, the split will happen. So delivery split because of different ship to party. In the delivery, who is a supreme hero? ship to party. In sales order, sold to party. In billing, bill to party. If that fellow only different, what is the use? Then it delivery split. This question nowadays, like almost 8 years over. No, no, this question is not asking. Okay, this one. So this is only criteria. Okay, next is what? And next is collective delivery. What is collective delivery? Combining delivery. You have some 2-3 deliveries. All the 2-3 deliveries, customer is order 100. You delivered 30, 30, 30. Then it will be 3 deliveries. All the 3 deliveries you have to combine means that is called combined delivery or a collective delivery. Criteria, opposite of delivery split. Ship to party should be same. Route should be same. Delivery date should be same. Shipping point should be same. Truck should accommodate everything. Then only you can combine the delivery. So this is called combined delivery. So where you will do the combined delivery? See, customer is order 150. Customer is order 150, and you will deliver 50, 50, 50. So 3 deliveries, 3 billing. So 3 deliveries is there. All the 3 deliveries, how you are going to make? See, I'll show you this. One delivery I'll show you. So enter. Here you give the picked quantity PVD. Here you give the 1. And then you do post good issue. So once you do the delivery here, delivery is done, you'll get a delivery number. That delivery number, return to that you are going to make a billing. So if you go to VF01, here delivery number has come. Here you'll go to make a bill F1. Imagine F1 or F2, anything you'll give. Here the 3 deliveries are there. You enter the 3 deliveries here. Enter the 3 deliveries. 3 deliveries. That is called combined delivery. If 3-4 deliveries are there, if you want to combine, that means what is the criteria? Criteria is what? Ship to party should be same, route should be same, delivery date should be same, shipping point should be same. Then truck will accommodate all the material. Then only you can combine all the delivery. Where you will combine all delivery? In the billing VF01. So you can combine all 4-5 deliveries, or how much you delivered, partial deliveries. Then you can do the billing. So this is about collective delivery or combined delivery. So that is why this also is very, very important. This also they'll ask one question in the exam. This question also they asked in the exam. This question they'll ask like this. Here you want to combine item of the different sales order into one delivery. So what are the common factors? Ship to party should be same, shipping point should be same. You can combine all the deliveries. So if you combine all deliveries, means ship to party should be same, shipping point should be same. Common characteristics, that is nothing but this. Ship to party should be same, shipping point should be same. Then you can combine the delivery. Okay, this is the one. So these things you should know. Okay, please write delivery split and collective delivery. Delivery split. Ship to party is different, route is different, delivery date is different, shipping point is different. Don't write that shipping condition. If you write also shipping condition different, no problem. Otherwise, don't write. The truck does, because shipping point is there means shipping condition will be understood. So that is why no need to write. The truck does not have a sufficient space to load the material. Split will happen. Customer is out of 1000 kgs. The truck accommodate only 900 kgs. Remaining 100 kg you have to send it to other tempo, other auto tempo, other vehicle. Then it is a split. Collective delivery means, combined delivery means all the things should be same. Please write this.
Done, sir.
Done, no? Okay. So with this, delivery document customization is over. So when the delivery is successful means where you come to know. The moment you do the delivery, pick pack PGI, and the moment you done PGI, if you go and see the stock with reduces means value changes means delivery is completed. So delivery completed means it is SDMMFI integration. So when end user is going to get a delivery means you need sales order number and sales order schedule and delivery date. So that is why for delivery, sales order reference is important. Next, as a SD consultant to implement the delivery document customization, you need a delivery document type LF control, delivery item category controls, plus the 3 module integration SDMMFI. Next, during delivery, following determinations or integrations will happen. Number 1, partner determination, route determination, store location rule determination, delivery item category determination, picking point determination. Then next, output and text and partner determination, text determination. So all these determinations will happen. So this you should know thoroughly. Okay. During delivery, partner determination, route determination, storage location rule determination, delivery item category determination, output determination, text determination, all these things will happen. So that is why these determinations you should know. All determinations are taken at the end. So now with this, delivery document customization is over. So tomorrow I'll go to the pricing, after that billing document customization, after that small topic, then I'll give the S4HANA questions, plus as a when you are going to any company, so what you should know about S4HANA, everything I'll tell you. Okay, that's the main. Main is S4HANA, main is SD only, but you should know S4HANA as a consultant means you should know as a S4HANA things also you should know. That is, I'm going to tell after that. Once SD topics are, because S4HANA is full of SD only. 90% SD only, 10% S4HANA. What is that? I'm going to tell at the end. So tomorrow I'm going to do pricing customization. I think tomorrow, otherwise Saturday, just join me by 1 hour in the evening. Yesterday, how you are joined, I won't take more than 1 hour evening time. So 4 to 5, you join today. Sorry, not today. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, one day. Tomorrow morning when I'm coming, I'll tell you join today. So then I'll finish off pricing. Then I'll go to the billing like that. Okay. So now I'll stop up. So you should read thoroughly all the things. All the things you should know thoroughly. Okay. Fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any
Yes,
doubt?
sir.
Okay. Fine then. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good.